Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sport. For today's guide on how to watch the 2020-2023 United Rugby Championship season, which kicks off this weekend. And as we all know, URC equals best league. And after a very up and down season in the inaugural season with a huge bang towards the end, I think it's safe to say that there is definitely a lot more hype and justified hype ahead of the second installment of what is fast becoming a very popular competition. And we saw that last year. It took a while for it to get going, and I think that there was some weird traveling. There were obviously international players who weren't really involved in the early rounds. But by the time we got towards the end of the competition, it really did heat up, and I think that the playoffs did deliver some sensational rugby, and obviously massive for two South African teams to be competing in the final, and the Stormers, who were definitely not anywhere near favourites of the competition, winning the trophy. So I think it added a lot of hype to the competition. I think the fact that we've got the Challenge Cup and Champions Cup as well means there's a lot of incentive to watch the URC. But the big question is, how can I watch the URC? And what was very cool about last season is that there were a lot of different broadcasters. And within that, there were free-to-air broadcasts, which means that there were potentially games you could potentially watch for free depending on where you were in the world. Now, the broadcast situation hasn't really changed. So what we're going to be doing is, on a week-to-week basis, we will be doing a video on how to watch certain games, which games will be on free-to-air broadcast, how to watch SA games, how you can watch some of your favorite teams, stuff like that. But in terms of how to watch the season ahead, it all comes down to where you are. Or does it? Because if you use a VPN, which is a virtual private network, it basically can geolocate and make it seem as if your computer or your device is in a different location, which means you get access to different broadcasters. And that's how you can be sitting in South Africa watching a match for free on S4C in Ireland, or the BBC, for example, or TG4 or the Zone, and all these various different broadcasts where you can find cheaper options as well as free options to watch the rugby throughout the entire competition. So what you're going to do is you're going to download ExpressVPN, and when you install, it's going to come like this. And what you're going to do is all you do is you basically just click on the three little dots over there, and it'll pull up all the various locations. So you can connect to United Kingdom, England, Ireland, all around the world, and that will give you access to the various different broadcasts. In terms of the broadcasters for this competition, these are the broadcast partners. So as you can see, in the United Kingdom, it's Premier Sports, S4C, it's BBC, there's iSport, there's Sport TG4, in South Africa, it's SuperSport, in Italy, it's the Zone, America, ESPN, haven't confirmed Australia, I think was Premier Sports last time. The Zone as well in Austria, Canada, Germany, New Zealand, the Sky, but there's also something called URC TV. So, for example, if you look at if you go to the website, which is URC TV, you can look at individual matches and you can buy individual matches. So, for example, this is if you want to watch the Lions versus the Bulls, you can watch just that match for $10, depending on where you are. Now, if you're in South Africa, you have to try and find a different location that is not included in one of these. Basically, URC TV works in any of the non-selected countries. So, for example, if you were to connect to an Argentinian server, for example, you should be able to access URC TV. I think that people could even access URC TV last year from America as well. And last year, you could get a season pass. We haven't seen just yet if that's going to be reintroduced. I think it will be. I think it did auto-renew for certain people. But basically, what you can do is if you go to the URC website, and then you go to live, and you can choose whatever game you want, and it'll show you exactly where to watch. So, for example, if we're looking at this weekend, we've got Ulster versus Connacht. So we've got an Irish derby, and so it's saying it's not being shown on URC TV. However, look where it is being shown. So it's being shown on BBC Wales, and it's being shown S4C, and it's being shown on BBC Northern Ireland. Now that means that, for example, this particular game, Ulster Connacht, you can go and you can connect a VPN to an Irish server, and you can watch S4C or whatever channel you want to watch, and you'll be able to watch it for free. So that is why I recommend getting ExpressVPN. As I said, on a week-to-week basis, we will do videos on how you can watch the various games. It is quite expensive to watch sort of every individual game, but also you can look at the various broadcasts with different prices. For example, I think SuperSport and Sky New Zealand are one of the more expensive options. I think the Zone is a cheaper option, for example, in terms of a monthly subscription. You can look at Premier Sports. There are different options. You can look at ESPN. There are different options you can look at get yourself a subscription for the season. and then you don't have to worry about bootleg streams or illegal streams, stuff like that, which do get taken down, which can often give your PC all these various viruses and stuff like that. By using a VPN, you can watch all these games faster, which means you taken down. Subspace VPN. We're going to do videos on how to watch the Gallagher Premiership, Top 14, the Challenge Cup, the Champions Cup, all those things when we do start playing. So get yourself VPN. There's a special offer for Fair Sports members. So use the link down in the description below. And yeah, please do smash the like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll chat to you soon. Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports, and the URC is back. We have got kickoff this weekend for what is the best league in the world. Really is. I mean, and that's just not be biased, but I mean, any league that has the Lions in it, any league that has the Ellis Park as a home venue is definitely the best league in the world. And a very exciting matchup for South African fans this weekend, as we will see the URC derby kicking off the action in South Africa at Ellis Park. We've got the Lions taking on the Bulls, an incredibly stacked Bulls side, despite a couple of their players being on international duty, up against the Lions side, which is not bad actually considering all the departures. The question is, with a full preseason, which Ivan van Rooyen spoke about the fact that they haven't had in about 2 or 3 seasons, can the Lions start well this season? That was a bit of an issue last year where they started a bit slow, sort of had quite a poor run, and then they had moments and when they looked like you were getting good, and then sort of dropped off a little bit in sort of January, February. So for me, it's about the Lions starting well and getting the confidence into the side. Before we sort of look at the teams, please do smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. We are also delighted to announce that we have a new sponsor. BetCoza is on board and will be the new official betting partner of Forever Sports, which is incredibly exciting news. Something we've been wanting to do for a long time, and I really think we found the perfect sort of brand to work with. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So basically, in terms of our partnership, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving away free bets. We're going to be doing betting previews. We're going to be looking at the odds. And we're going to be doing a lot more sort of betting content about rugby, especially in our Watchalong. So BetCodes will be sponsoring both the Watchalongs this weekend, both the Lions versus the Bulls, as well as the Springboks versus Argentina. If you would like to get 100% of your deposit bonus up to R1,000, go and sign up for BetCoza down in the comments below. We will be giving away some free bets over the next few weeks to some of the lucky subscribers. So make sure you go and get your account registered and sorted and get ready to do a lot of that this weekend. Now, in terms of this weekend, these are the 2 sides that will be taken to the field. We'll start with the Bulls. We'll start with the Lions side, who are at home, and a couple of familiar faces that a lot of Lions fans will be very excited to see. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger so we can see it. Because it is very small text, so we'll just make that a little bit bigger there. But yeah, so we look at the starting at the front row there. We've got Steve Sitole, PJ Botha, and Ruan Drea. Massive losses, Cardiff Sardi. A huge loss, in fact, because I think the Lions probably had one of the best scrums across the competition last year, if you look at it sort of statistics and stuff like that. And a lot of that came from Cardiff Sardi. And I think that this season, we really need Ruan Drea, who's a Springbok, to stand up. We've also got the 2 Smith brothers on the bench. We'll have to wait and see how they go. But a big season for Steve Sitole, who's going to have to try and anchor that scrum. He was very improved last season, but now all of a sudden he's the main man. And the second row, very exciting youngster Ruan Venter, partners Reinhard Northnagel, who captains the side as well. Very interesting to see that he has kept the captaincy. And Ruan Venter, who I think many expected to move to the vacant number 7 jersey that Vincent Stuka left, starting at lock. And I think the reason is I think that the Lions don't have locks at the moment. We know this. Ruben Schoolman, I think, will come in quite soon. But Lions had a bit of a lock issue for a while. And I think that what we've really missed is someone who can really get over the advantage line, be that enforcer. Ruan Venter very much fits that mold. Very young player, very exciting player. And they've got a big season ahead for him. Sibasiso Ngweni, Ruan Strali, Franco Horde, the loose trio. Interesting to see Strali there. I would have liked to have seen Emmanuel Tutuka starting at 8. And potentially having seen Franco Horn chip to the flank. But Sangweni and Franco Horn, very exciting players, and players who all of a sudden are almost senior players within the side, despite them being so young. Morley van den Berg, Jordan Hendrickson, it's a very exciting halfback combination. We need to see a lot from Jordan Henderson, who I think will be a future Springbok fly half. Kieran Horn has shifted to the wing from fullback, where he played a lot of last season, to make way for Andries Coetzee, who makes his return in the Lions colours. And then the centres, new signing Marius Lowe from the Sharks will start next to Henko van Beek, former SA Under-20 Player of the Year. And then the very exciting Edwin van der Merwe at 14. Off the bench, Jacob Asaki, JP Smith, Ruan Smith, Peter Janssen van Vuren, Emmanuel Stuka, Sanela Nahamba, Gianni Lombard, and a very exciting player, Xander Duplessis. So a lot of new faces on the bench. We haven't seen too much of Peter Janssen van Vuren in a Lions jersey. We're going to see a debut from Ruan Smith. I think a URC debut from Nahamba. Gianni Lombard back from Japan. So hopefully the new signings will start off quite well and give the Lions fans something to cheer about, because they are up against a pretty stacked Bulls side, despite, as I said, they're missing a few players. If you look at that Bulls side, front row, Gerard Steenekamp, Jan Krobelaar, Morne Smith, expect a lot from Jan Krobelaar, who's apparently bulked up quite a lot in the off-season. So interesting to see how that impacts his game tomorrow. Morne Smith, Gerard Steenekamp, very comfortable in those positions. Walt Steenkamp, Ruan Nokia in that second row. Ruan Nokia obviously have now a Springbok, had a bit of time with the block camp as well. We'll be looking to try and push to get further opportunities with the form in the URC. Also can see is next to Ruan for Mark, who is into the side. Mahlali Mosi also very exciting player and a huge signing for the Bulls. So it's a very good loose trio, and I think the loose trio battle will be quite an interesting one tomorrow. You then got Ambrose Pierre next to Chris Smith. Chris Smith, so many people are calling to see in Springbok colours, so interesting to see if he might get a call up by the end of the year. And then Spoon Corsi in the number 11 jersey, Cornel Hendricks in the 14, Wandasila Similani in the 15. Very interesting to see how Jake White has jigged that back line. You know, we've become accustomed to seeing Similani at 13. We usually see Spoon Corsi with a 14 on the back. But you've got David Creel at inside centre, which I think is quite an interesting decision, and then Lionel Poo at outside centre. And I think what Jake White was talking about is the fact that, you know, he wants to create players who are interchangeable. You know, that's where the modern game is going. You know, you've got players like Damian Williams, who's become such a premium player because of his versatility, and he wants to breed that versatility, which is why Similani is playing a full back, and I think he's going to be sensational there, to be honest. But expect a big game for Spoon Corsi, expect a big game from Similani on debut for them. And then off the bench, Jan Hendrik Wessels, Dylan Smith, Francois Kloppers, Janko Swanepoel, and Marco van Staden. So Eskom will have to make his return off the bench. You then got Zach Berger, Moyestein, and Stedman Gans. I mean, there is just so much talent and so much experience in this Bulls side. And it's amazing how they managed to get the combination right of, you know, young exciting player like Wendesila Similani. You've got a Springbok and Spoon Corsi World Cup winner next to him. You've got Cornel Hendricks on the other side. You've got David Creel, who's playing at 12. He doesn't often play at 12, but you've got Lionel Poo, who's played everywhere in the world at 13, including for the Springboks. You've got Chris Smith next to Ambrose Pierre. They've littered the experience in and amongst the youth, and I think that's what they're doing so well at the Union. And I think it's going to be a massive task for the Lions. You do expect the Bulls to be able to get a victory there. In terms of what to expect, yeah, I think we're going to see the Bulls probably come with a victory. Although I think that the Lions are going to be a lot harder to deal with than I think some people might give them credit for. And yeah, but let me know what you think is going to happen down in the comments below. Please do smash like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll chat to you soon. And that's working. And we are live. Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. It is the URC. URC Best League is back. It is back, ladies and gentlemen. And we are back. And I want to just quickly make these a little bit bigger. Put that on the side there. Make the Bulls a little bit bigger. Not sure they deserve it. But another year. Oh, my living. Just watching the highlights from the Zebra versus Leinster. What a game, by the way. Twine the ball, 29 points, 33. Zebra almost pipping Leinster at the end. But for us, we are all focused in Johannesburg. We have got the Lions taking on the Bulls. And very exciting news as well. This show is brought to you and powered by BetCoza, who are our official betting partners of the channel. And they will be sponsoring both this show as well as the Watchalong for the Springboks versus Argentina later. And are going to be powering us for the URC for the up until the end of the tour. So very excited to have them on board and really looking forward to seeing what we can do. So the question is, how can you bet? Well, it's a very good question. And the answer is the link in the description as well as in the comments as well. You can go and bet on this game right now. There can be live bets throughout the match as well. Go and sign up. Go and get betting stuff like that. I actually haven't had a particularly good weekend because I backed Benetton to do the job yesterday, and I don't think anybody predicted the Zebra versus Leinster game being so close as well. So it's been a bit of a frustrating weekend. But interesting to see what happens with this game itself. I've got a sneaky suspicion that the Lions are not going to be as weak as I think a lot of people are expecting. I think they'll be quite competitive today, to be honest. I really do. I think that it's a Bulls side with a couple of new faces that still need to gel together. They haven't played a lot of rugby together. We haven't seen them play a lot of preseason. We haven't seen some of them playing in the Bulls jersey at all. And I think that the Lions, for example, have had a preseason, the first time they've had it in a while, and they've had more time to hopefully get some things right. I mean, as of the Bulls, but yeah, I think that this Lions side, I think the biggest issue with the Lions is depth, and they are missing some big names. You know, obviously no Vince Tuka today, no Corey Sardi, no Milani's going to be on the opposite side of the park in a Bulls jersey. But it's the thing with the Lions is that they always play to come in and step up, and it's so frustrating that they have to, and we have to be in a situation all the time, as we're busy watching Milani warming up at the old home ground. Nobody likes you, honestly, nobody, you know. But it gives a big opportunity. So the likes of Henk van Wyk, for example, Johan Krabbeler, who you've just seen there, has apparently bolted quite a lot. Interested to see where he goes. Spoon Corsi on debut for the Bulls. So lots of very interesting little subplots within today's game. I, for one, am just happy to see some URC action back, and I think we've had quite a good weekend already. And hopefully this will be a nice little taste to get the beers flowing, get ourselves prepared for what will hopefully be a really, really good test match in about 5 hours' time over in Argentina with the VOT camp, which is going through a lot of various different issues and stuff like that. Potentially a story dropping tomorrow that we're going to monitor, which could be quite big. But yeah, let's sort of focus on the rugby here. Let's really focus on what we're doing. When you go through the side and stuff like that, there is a poll going on in the comments. So you can go and vote. I'm seeing not many people are backing the Lions. But yeah, I see Stefan van Berg was in the comments saying, hey, you're excited to see Similani break some X today. Any Lions you're excited to see? I think Horn is going to have a big game. For me, watch out for Henk van Wyk, watch out for Ruben Venter, probably the two youngest players of the park, actually, today. And I think two very bright futures. Obviously, Jordan Henderson is a very important player to watch because, you know, we're desperate for a fly half to really hit the ground running in this URC and put himself in Springbok contention. I think that other players to look out for. I'm very keen to see what Johnny Lombard looks like off the bench. So those should be the ones that I'm looking out for. I'm hoping that Franco Horn will be quite solid. I really do rate him. I think that there's been so much hype about Joe Evan Roos, Albert Lowe, Pepsi Boudelese. He's quietly going about his business very well. And maybe sometimes that sort of being underdogs and not always sort of being put in the media is sometimes good for some players. So I think he's allowed himself to grow quite nicely. But a couple of big new faces, for example, Marius Lowe is going to get his first game for the Lions. Need a big game from him. Ange Kutsia back for the Lions. So there has been a reasonable amount of movement in both camps. So if we look at the two sides for today, where I've lost my yeah, if we look at the Bulls side, this is how they will line up today. In the number one jersey, Christina Kamp, Johan Krabbeler and Morne Smith is the Bulls front row. You then got Walt Steenkamp and Ruan Nokia. Marcel Gutsil captain the side. Ruan from Mark in the number 7 jersey. Matlali Mossi, a very exciting player. I'm quite worried about him today, must admit. And then you've got the likes of Imbosa Pierre next to Chris Smith. Then Spoon Corsi in the 11 jersey, which is quite interesting. David Creel inside centre. Lionel Creel outside centre. You've got Cornel Hendricks, who's occupying things on the right wing, and you've got Wanasida Similani at 15. Very interesting to see how he goes 15. I personally was a big fan of him at 15 last season. In the previous season when he did play at the Lions 15. I do think that 13 is the best position. But I think that for someone who's so exciting, so devastating in the counter, like having that extra space and stuff is definitely going to play into his hands. And I think that, yeah, I mean, apparently he. Well, basically his agent and stuff like that was telling the Lions that he doesn't want to pay at 15. because that's what Sylvester Brain wants to do. He wants to have him at 15, and obviously he's gone to the Bulls, and Jake White's basically said, okay, what you want, you're going to play 15 for me today. And I think that the whole thing that Jake White was saying is it's about breeding a player that's interchangeable, and the new generation of players who can play across the park. And then so you've got off the bench then for the Bulls, it's Jan-Hendrik Wessels, Dylan Smith, Francois Klopper, Janko Swanepoel, Marco Verstappen, and Zach Berger, Mornestay, and Stefan Gans. So, I mean, just littered with ex-Lions players, really. I mean, Similani, Pooh, you've got Dylan Smith on the bench. Ruan from Mark is just, I mean, we really are the breeding ground, aren't we? But what can you do? Hey, what can you do? And frustrating that Ruan from Mark left the Lions, went overseas, went to Japan, and then came back and went to the Bulls. You're like, cheers, dude. 24 years old, and I'm surprised because I don't see really where he's going to get the game time that he'd like. But if he's going to play stuff like that, then fair play to him, really. And in the line side for today, it is Steve Satole, PJ Buerta, Ruan Drea, Ruan Fenter, watch out for him, Rand North Nachel, the Captain Society, Basiso Sangweni, Ruan Strowley, not quite sure how he's starting ahead of Manuel Stuka, Franco Horn, Morty van den Berg, Jordan Hendricks, Kuhn Horde, Marius Lowe, Henkel van Beek, Edward van der Merwe, and Andries Kutsia off the bench for the men in red. Jakob Asaki, JP Smith, Ruan Smith, the Smith brothers, Peter Janssen from Furen, Emmanuel Stuka, Snell Nahamba, Gianni Lombard, and Xander Duplessis, also a very nice, exciting young player to watch out for. It's not the worst Lions side. They need to start well. I think the Lions are going to be a side that if they can get the confidence going quite early on, I think they can do something this URC. I don't think that they're going to. I think they will be a bit more competitive than last season. I think they showed that, despite the fact that they haven't made phenomenal, lots of big name signings. But I really think that if there's merit to the coaching staff they have, I think this preseason will hopefully have sorted out a lot of issues they had last season. But it's a very powerful Bulls side that they're coming up against today. But yeah, look at some of the comments, stuff like that. Ronnie says, new look Bulls team, interesting to see Spoo defense improved. Lorna's going Lions by 3 points. Jordan Hendricks a penalty at the death, 23-20 to the Lions. I like that. If you're looking for how to watch it, it'll be in the description. I'll put it in now. All the various broadcasts and stuff like that you can use to watch the game. You can download ExpressVPN, and then you can get yourself onto one of those broadcasts and stuff like that. That's your best way to watch the game. And as I said, if you want to bet on the game, we are officially, as I said, this entire Watchalong will be brought to you by BetCoza, who are our new betting partners. So, yeah, go and get betting. Go and let me know if you've got any what your bet slips are looking like. Should be quite a lot of fun to start doing some more betting sort of content on the channel and stuff like that. Obviously, being responsible, you got to bet responsibly. It's not throw away the full month's salary at a Lions win. Although, hey, good odds, good odds. Short say, let you know, 0-29, less 33. Yeah, I watched the back end of the game, and I was definitely rooting for Zebra. I was really hoping for a little bit of an underdog story. It would have been very cool in the first weekend of the URC. I mean, we saw Benson absolutely hammer Glasgow last night. So imagine if Zebra beat Leinster today. Italian rugby fans would have an absolute meltdown. Vic says, I like that. And of course, he's playing 11 now. That could help create cover for Makazola at international level. Agreed. Again, if you're looking for how to watch the video, check out the description. Policy for so that's the plan, Vic. So we are going to start having odds and stuff like that, all on the screen and stuff like that. So we're just sorting those out. So hopefully, moving forward, we'll have I want to have some live odds basically going on all the time, which would be quite cool. So yeah, it's all in the works. As I said, it's a very exciting brand, and I think they're really buying into our vision. So I think we're going to be able to do a lot of very cool things with them. So really looking forward to that. And it's just nice to work with brands who believe in the project. And you guys have always believed in the project, which is really cool. And that's why we managed to make it this far. So so let's get smashed that like. By the way, we got 15 likes. I want to try and get these watch-alongs need to be bigger. Our URC have got to really operate. For the sake of this channel being successful, we've got to operate URC watch-alongs, people. We can't just come here for the block games. We've got to watch some local rugby. And there is a bit of a crowd into Eds Park. As I said, it's for a 65,000 seater stadium. 5,000 people looks like nothing. I wanted to be there. Trying to get that to work. We are trying to get we're basically trying to establish a bit of a relationship with the union, and start seeing if maybe we could even do watch-alongs at a stadium one day. You never know. But not there today, unfortunately. But I can tell you something, it is a cracking day. No issues with rain and stuff like that. It's also not as so it's not as warm as it has been the last couple of days, although it is sitting about, having said that, about 28 degrees. But yeah, it's perfect conditions for running rugby. Really perfect. Yeah, we get your score predictions into the chat. What we're going to be doing moving forward as well. We're going to be doing score predictions and then competitions, and the winner of the score prediction will win probably like £100 free bet on BetCoza, which is quite cool. We're looking at starting a prediction league as well, and we can have a prize there and stuff like that. So lots of plans. Jaden's going Lions by 10. I like that. That prediction. I'm enjoying that. Some people are arguing the Lions a chance. As I said, it's a very young blind side. And I think that Ivan van Rooyen was saying that they've got the youngest squad in the competition. So I think that, sometimes it is a bit harsh sometimes when we like actually hammer into them, but you look at how many players they're producing. But the Lions' frustration from a fan point of view is just player retention. And if a player leaves and goes to, Toulon, Toulouse, Premiership side, I can understand that. I can understand the lure of the pounds, the euros. But I mean, to see Similani move to Pretoria, that's not even like I want to be at the beach. You've moved 20 k's down the road. And he doesn't suit the Lions of that 15 jersey. Let's be honest, it looks terrible in this jersey. Well, hopefully, we have a hostile reception for Similani. I'm hoping we're going to see Heckler van Beek remind him of what he's missing at the Lions. Right on North Narkle. I mean, speaking of youngsters, very interesting how much they back North Narkle as a captain. I mean, he's very young. He's about 24, I think now. I think he's turning 25 next week, but he's been captaining. Well, he's first time captain the side was about 2 years ago already, I think. Ruan Fenter, that's a big man to watch. Come on, the lads! I've got to put my Lions jersey now. I need to get a new one. So Lions need to sort me out with a new jersey. Get myself sorted. But come on, the lads. Let's go, the lads. Come on, the lads. Up the buggers. Sorting a few things on my side to make sure that we are ready to go. There is a moment of silence for good old Queen Liz. Which is a strange from South African perspective, but we are still part of the Commonwealth. Well, yeah. Which I think the reason we're still part of the Commonwealth is because we need somewhere we can wear with some gold medals for starting in the Olympics. So might as well stick to the Commonwealth Games, get ourselves some clout, some dubs there. All right, and we are pretty much all set on my side, so we are pretty much ready to go. Right, Vic said, do you think Similani 15 could help propel him to the Springboks? Yeah, I think it will definitely go a lot way. I think if he's, going to be, I think that the being versatile has become so important, and not even in the Springbok thing. You look at like the All Blacks, for example, and you've got players who can play in multiple different positions. So I think that's becoming very important within a rugby player. So if he can become quite versatile, I do think it boosts the Springbok chances quite a lot. KPMG's going Bulls by 15. Vic's going 35-30 to the Bulls. KPMG says the Bulls side looks just too strong. Johan's going Bulls with 2, Lions 17. Ouch. KP saying Bulls 35, Lions 20. She's I like you. G. Steven Smith joined the Lions from Tux. Go Lions. Come on. Right, Jordan Henderson with ball in hand. We're playing left to right. Come on, the lads. Come on, the buggers. And we're away. Down they go. And Ambrose appear. So they need looking to keep the ball in hand. They're shifting more to the right. And he's turned badly. So we almost had an opportunity to try and get something. But Ball's not looking to kick here. Keeping ball in hand. Master could see his first carry of the URC season. There'll be plenty more of those over the next sort of 9 months. Right, now Pierre goes to the boot. He doesn't have a set 22, so he can't find touch. Big touch there for Hendricks. So the ball comes backwards into the hands of Ruan Nokia. So Bulls have retained that kick. And a bit of a hit there from Jordan Hendricks. Hey, mate, you can't afford... If there's one person that can't afford to be injured, it's you. Right, now they're in their hands. And this is Similani. Similani looking to straighten. Gives to Rapu. He puts the kick in behind. And Morning van den Berg. And I just could see is happy to just shepherd that out. What I'm saying is that Similani looks terrible in a Bulls jersey, like absolutely dreadful. Got to get back into the red. Oh shit, we've got Jordan Hendricks that is down. I mean, surely we are not going to have this first game, and the only like exciting youngster, like proper next level youngster, who did not leave, is down with an injury. Jordan, get up. Up. Yeah. You hobble back to your flyout position. I think Jordan Henderson in a wheelchair would still add a lot more value to the side than some people out there. You'll be fine, dude. It's just it's a bruise. You'll be fine. Man up. Let's go. Right, defensive line. 50-22, by the way. I didn't actually realize that. So the Bulls ball. Johan Krabbelaar, who is looking, by the way, pretty large. That's a big carry from Creel there. Lines on a lot of pressure here. Big ball near from Ambrose here. Yeah, but Mr. Ref, can we talk about the clean out there? I mean, the guy's trying to make a tackle, and while Sticker's busy dragging him off him. Surely you can't do that. Yeah, this looks ominous. This looks ominous. That's a nice big hit. Marius Lowe. Come on, the lad. Spoke to him at the URC launch. Very excited to be in Joburg. Needs a big season. Now McClellan wants to go into Bruce Pierre. They're looking to run the hands. Oh, and straight into Andres Coetzee, but unfortunately the penalty advantage will go back. But that's quite a lacquer. And we didn't concede there. I wipe that smile off your face, Wendy. That's guy. Right, that's right. You're going to take a quick tap from the looks of it. We saw the Bulls do this a lot last season where they don't really go for the scrum. They don't go for the line. They actually take a quick tap. And he goes himself. Big carry, but it looks like it's going to be held up. I think it's been held up. Lads, good work. Shifty Lad says, listening in from Ireland, do you like this competition and join Northern Hemisphere Rugby? I do like this competition. I've enjoyed it. I think it's reinvigorated our local rugby. I definitely don't miss Super Rugby, put it that way. So yeah, I'm very happy to be here. I mean, surely they haven't scored this. They says you got Lombard back as backup. Yeah, I know, at least. I'm actually very keen to see Johnny Lombard off the bench and see sort of the form that he's in. I mean, how was the on-field decision a try? How can the on-field decision be a try? What was he seeing? I mean, Ruan Dre's underneath it. You've got like PJ Buerta underneath it. If this stands, I'm going to be very, very upset. We don't even know where the ball is. If this is awarded, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. How can you have an on-field decision try when he can't? I mean, you literally, we watched from his angle. You can't see the ball. How can you award that? I don't understand. I mean, we literally watched 3 different angles, and not one did we even see the ball. But what we did see was Ruan Dre lying. I mean, literally, look. Let's look at this in he's basically awarded based on the celebration of the Bulls players. What? That's bloody ludicrous. Right. Rose up here. Decides to go to the boot. It's a very good kick as well. That's quite frustrating, as I said. I mean, you literally couldn't see the ball. Interesting, by the way, that ref conversation, they could actually hear it in the stadium, by the way. That's a new innovation. Ball over the top to Marius Lowe. Come on, the Marius. Right, first time ball in hand there. That's a nice strong carry from Australia as well. Lions on the attack. This is what I like to see. Jordan Henderson going to Henko and Vake. Henko and Vake back on the inside. That's it, Henko. Now morning from Berg. Nice quick there. Right, Marius Lowe wrapping around. A bit of innovation there. Marius Lowe. And he gets the offload away to PJ Buerta. This is looking more promising. This is a bit more like what we want to see. Now we want Fenter. Montenberg going to Hendrickson to Marius Lowe. Good hands. Good take there by Kutsia. Nasty Stole. Montenberg going to Ron Fenter. Marius Lowe to come up the boots. Bloody knock on. Was a bit better. Bulls know in this, but they're always going to celebrate. I mean, we've watched tries which have been disallowed where people celebrate. So the Bulls are going to sit there. I mean, they're not going to say it's held up. But you can't award it just based on the players. I just don't understand how you watch 3 angles. You can't even see the ball. For example, if the decision, this is what annoys me. If he had said, my on-field decision is no try, can you give me a reason to award it? They would have said, no, there's no evidence to award the try. If he had said try or no try, he probably would have come back and said, I can't tell you it's a try because we can't see the ball. So I just don't understand how he managed to see the ball. Or what he allegedly saw the ball. Anyway. First scrum of the day. No Carly Sardi anymore for the Lions. So we need a big season here from Ruan Dre. I mean, he's a Springbok player. Former Springbok player. He's got to clutch up here this season. Oh, look at that scrum! Look at that scrum! The penalty! Come on, the lads! Yeah, Carly, go and enjoy Durban. We've got Ruan Dre and Steve Satole. Steve Satole, the GOAT. I'm putting it on Twitter. Steve Satole, the GOAT. Look at the lads. What a lad. That's what you like to see. I mean, especially a Bulls side. Coming to Johannesburg, you get a scrum. You're thinking, cool. No. We're in here. And now Jordan Henderson will have his first kick of goal. Come on, slot this and let's get back into the game. That's a nice... that's actually a really positive moment. I said, that's the biggest problem, isn't it? It's with all the very changed stuff. Like, you play against the Bulls side. Can you front up? Can you take them on at the set piece? Well, first set piece there was pretty good. Now Jordan Henderson, should be no issues from him. That's going to go sail straight through the middle of the poles. And the Lions reply. 3 points to 7 after 7 minutes. We're back, boys. Right, so Chris Smith with the restart now. Going to the left-hand side. Now, important to just take this and manage to clear our lines. We were on Australia. A bit of a juggle, but does manage to keep it. There's not much rolling away there, ref. Ball's available, though, for Morty van den Berg. Ron Fenter wants it. I think Morty van den Berg is going to go back to Jordan Henderson, who's in the pocket. Henderson doesn't find touch. This is what scares me. Well, this is what scares me. Similani's up there. Bang! Oh, put down! Yo, cheers, mate. That was personal. And then another big tackle. Look at the left. Now North Markle getting in on the action here. Look at the Lions coming with the physicality. Who would have thought? Oh, that's good hands though. McClellan Mossy, good hands on the breakdown as well. Important tackle. The ball comes loose. Yeah, but there was a bit of a space on the outside there, so just as well that the ball came loose there. But nice to see the Lions players making a couple of big hits there. Third line as well. Flat ball there for Maurice Lowe. Nice flat there. We were on Strowley. It's a really nice flat pass there from Morty van den Berg, and he just knocked it on. Yeah, get upset with yourself, because I'm not quite entirely sure how you actually managed to find your way to starting out ahead of Manuel Stuttgart, just by the way. But interesting so far, we're seeing it, I mean, really flat here from Morty van den Berg. Yeah, just eyes on the ball here, chap. Eyes on the ball. Rugby, you're going to get hit. Go Bulls, says Ivy. Jean saying that's 3 of their 17. No. Watch. Settle in. Yeah, you're about to watch a Lions masterclass. Big saying the Lions got that scrum power prediction for the mock game tonight. I think we win. I don't know how much we win by. We've got to actually win by a lot. We've got to get some points difference going. But I don't know if we are going to run away with it. But I think we do win tonight, though. Much better scrum there from the Bulls. They have a bit of a second shot, but they do use it. Mossy comes to Brosepierre. Pierre. Brosepierre is floating around there. Back to Stimolani. Good hands to Corner Hendricks. Corner Hendricks runs into Jordan Henderson, so he's desperately trying to bundle him out. Morty van den Berg all over that ball and winning the penalty as well. He's actually very good at the breakdowns, Morty van den Berg. It's a weird thing for a scrum off if to be so good at the breakdown. But that's not the first turnover we've seen from him. Hendricks right against touchline, doesn't find too much touch, but it'll be a line just before the halfway line. Well, it's been quite a couple of good moments in the Bulls. The Lions so far are managing to keep in the contest. Shark Free appreciating that. That's very messy. Very messy. I don't know how we managed to retain that. But we have. Morty van den Berg now to run Drab. Gets the old V12 going. Morty van den Berg going to the box kick there. Big chase coming in here from Kieran Horn. We haven't seen much of Kieran Horn so far. Similarly now with the ball in hand. Brought down by Horn. I think it was Maurice Lowe as well. Brosepierre now going towards the right hand side. Johan Krobbelar, who's looking very large. Was told to put on weight by the block management, and I think he's done just that. He has bulked up. Now Smith. Now there's a bit of space there. Mapu's trying to go himself. Ball comes off the thing, and it's a turnover ball there. And a double knock on, so it'll be a line scrum. seeing a bit of a new offload game here from the Bulls. A lot more offloads than we expected to see. It's a good tackle there being made by Marius Lowe. And just he probably should just hold on to that. Should have Moss Goodsir. I think Rose appeared knocking it on. And Brandon Breitenbach, welcome, the latest member to the Fair Sports Members Club. Welcome to the Members Club. Really appreciate it. If anyone else would like to be a member, it is we'll put it in the pinned comment. You can it's just a bit of it's a small monthly fee, which really helps us keep the channel going. So appreciate that. Ken saying no bonus point, that's over for us, 100%. And yeah, apparently a scandal coming out tomorrow. We wait to see if it will come out. And just saying Bulls should win this, but I'm interested to see how the Lions backline performs. Vic saying this won't be a walkover for the Bulls. Well, speaking of backline, let's hopefully get a nice solid platform from the scrum. It's a big push there from the Bulls, but a nice counter shove there coming from the Lions. It's gone up. This looks like a really nice scrum battle, by the way. The Bulls seem to have the initial hit there, but then the Lions coming back with a bit. Actually, and now that I see the tracker is actually working, by the way, because it wasn't working all the way, I'm going to get down the board as well. And there we go. There it is. It's working now. Haha, we're back with our tracker. Love it. Love things you love to see. Right, big scrum here. Come on, lads. Big cuss up for the Bulls there. It's available from Warren van den Berg. Goes to Edel van den Berg. First time we've seen him. Nice big strong leg drive from him. Still going forward. Makes a few meters. Good stuff there. Warren van den Berg to Hendrickse. Hendrickse still about the pass. Deciding to go himself. Gets away from one. Still going as Jordan Hendrickse. Eventually brought down to ground. Warren van den Berg going to PJ Butter. Pops it to Steve Satole. Who I don't think was expecting that. So does well to hang on. Slow ball here. Australia goes, Marius Lowe, it's a second knock on, chap. Come on, man. We can't be doing that. Come, that's an unforced error. That's really, really poor. I mean, it's right there. He's so busy trying to see where he's going to pass. He doesn't actually focus on catching the damn ball. Come now. Are you going to play the bot game? Yeah, we will be doing the bot game later, so they'll be live straight after this. So you don't even have to do anything. You just stay here, and this will actually take you to the bot game later. Another reset. And just say, I hope it'll be a good contest, not a runaway game. Well, so far, I don't think it's too much in it, actually. Literally, I mean, it's 4 points in it, but I think that the Lions have shown that so far that they're not being overwhelmed. Chris says, Shifty Lad of Ireland, welcome to the streaming. Yeah, 100%. And yes, South African rugby supporters do follow the overseas URC games. You're also rugby fanatics. Yeah, I think that's been quite interesting. Is how much the SA fans are now starting to really get into the overseas games. You know, I knew a lot of people last night who were watching Benetton versus Glasgow Warriors, and people that were watching Leinster versus Zebra. So that's it's been quite cool to see. I think the South African rugby fans are actually invested in the URC. It's not just penalty there. Andrea losing his footing. That's a bit frustrating because they managed to pin down the Bulls inside their own half for a while. Yeah, Andrea losing his footing. Not ideal. Not ideal. Yeah, scrum decisions go. That's quite an easy one to make. Probably off from the lineup there. I reckon if he starts well in this URC, if he has bulked up, which is what the box asked him to do. If he starts well, yeah, I reckon he could be very well see himself on the end of your tour. Now he does break off. Apparently penalty advantage. Bulls looking to strip towards the right. Spoon Corsi. Big counter ruck coming in from Jordan Hendrickson. Steenekamp there. Out to the right to Marcel Garcia. Puts his head down. Mossy, it's a big carry from him. It's a nice big tackle. And Cesar Torre, by the way, is having a great game. Oh dear, Mossy stayed down. That's not good. You don't want to see that. He's such an exciting player, as McLeod Mossy. But he's not happy at all. Kobola, pick up and drop going himself. So far, the defense, they're holding up well. Good hands outside corner. Hendricks from a standing start, cuts inside, is brought down by Andres Kutsia. Back in the line's colours. Mornay Smith. Oh, Mr. Ref, was that not forward? It's very flat there. Mossy getting treatment. Big carry coming from Ruan for Mark, and a penalty going all the way back. Yeah, so he's clutching his shoulder. This doesn't look good for Mossy. We're going to be taking a water break. Right. Vic saying Morris getting flashbacks there. The Sharks. Scott Graham says, hello, great. The new season is here. Let's go. Our start wasn't what we wanted. No, and I mean, they were supposed to be my second team, so wasn't quite what I was hoping to see. But if them losing means the Lions are going to win today, then it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Casey, the claim came out like 2 hours ago, but only knows how credible it's Rugby. Yeah, so there's something potentially about drugs within the Springbok camp. I wasn't gonna make a video on it because I want to try and verify a bit more. So if we can get some more information about that, then we might have a video up on it probably about tomorrow. Though I'm not going to put a video out on a lot of hearsay, especially given how much things have spiraled over the last sort of week with all the various allegations between Elton Yankees and Zena Sinji. That's all been refuted now, and so there's a lot of rumors going around at the moment. But Marco Bastard looks like he's going to make his way onto the park. Eskom is back, but this is a big loss to lose McLeod Mossy. Very exciting player. I think Jake White was very excited to see what he could do. It looks like he's going to be okay to continue. Is Mossy? Yeah, I'm not sure actually. I'm going to get back. I'm not quite sure what this penalty was for. Oh, so you just stopped before the scrum. Well, that's a bit annoying. We actually we were making a bit of progress there. Vic saying Ruan Drake gave us 5 good minutes of scrummaging. Now it's a bit sad. Yeah, we need to try and sort that out a bit. Only statistical 1 game rustiness. So Scott says, what do you think about how the SA teams doing the European Champions Cup and Challenge Cup? Yeah, I actually have no idea how they're going to do. Right, David Creel getting us on the way. But once again, Morning Fun Berg was ready to try and jack. I'll tell you, I put him at a 6 on his jersey. That's a very flat. Oh my, I wanted to see the Similane. What? Take it out the ball. Where? And they're going to take the points here. Yeah, take the points. You know you're not getting any reward here. Get out of here. This offload from Similani, by the way, is... No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, it's board. I mean, see, the problem with Marius Lowe. If Marius Lowe actually ran into him and tried to tackle the ball carrier, he actually could have justified it. Almost with obstruction because you almost got the timing wrong. So Marius Lowe has knocked the ball on twice, chap, and now you can see the penalty. Not the dream start to time life in the Lions jersey. I mean, firstly, I thought they were talking about Spur and Corsi, but the tackle looked committed there. But that offload from Similani was disgusting. Really, I can't believe I don't get to watch in the season. It's just so like, I do, but I'm not invested as I used to be. Right, 10 points to 3. I think there's a bit of a moral victory there for Lions. I think so far the defense has stood up pretty well. So that bodes well. The question, but the thing is, we can't defend for 80 minutes. We also need to find a way to score some points here. But so far we've been in the game, so let's just keep it that way. All right, Jordan Henderson now going very hard towards the left. Makali Mossi, who's just down injured. And to a little bit of Akatab there from Kieran also he flew into Sanguini. He a big season from Sanguini as well. 9 Burrows here taking a bit of while. Let's share before the box kick. And it's been charged down. And Roy Nokia has been bundled over. He tosses it up to Chris Smith. They're playing with fire here. Now Similani puts in the grubber. Hendricks is back there. What does Hendricks want to do? He goes inside to Anderson Sear. He's going to throw a big W. And he's going to... Yeah, there it is. There's the standard... Big tackle coming from Johan Krobbelar. And it's a big counter ruck coming from the Bulls. And they turned it over. Come on, lads. That's so poor. That's not ball over top. This is trouble time for the Lions. Schoenhorn needs to get back. Yard Colonel Hendricks. And Hendricks comes away with it. Go, Jordan. That's it. Now he puts it in the boot. I think it's been sliced to the right-hand side. So the Lions defense just needs to try and sort themselves out. Chris Smith under the high boys. I want to see the Similanians outside. He does go to Similani. Big tackle with him. He makes the offload to Spoon Corsi. Spoon Corsi is brought down by Frankie Horn. Edel van der Merwe is there, but the Bulls do recycle, going towards the inside to Ruan Nokia. Lions defense a bit in tatters. Good read there. Jan Krabbelar was running a good line. A long ball up to Lionel Poo. Now to Similani looking to come back on the angle. Gets the offload away to Ruan Nokia as well. Good continuity here from the Bulls. Big troubles for the Lions. They've got so many Bull players outside. Shift. Oh, he held on, but he gets the offload away. Now I'm also got Serge Corner Hendricks. Oh, that was actually really good rugby. Oh dear. Dear. I think we actually have a look at this, by the way. Oh, somebody stayed down here, which is not good. Trying to figure out which Lions player is down. I think it could be Ruan Fenter. That's not what we needed, chaps. As I said, after and literally just saying that the defense was looking so better. That's the first time I've seen a defense that was very unorganized. And I mean, that all stemmed from... It's really frustrating because it stemmed from a knock-on, and they ran it from inside their own try line. I mean, ugh. Right on the touchline there. Crispin, all of a sudden, 15 points to 12. Oh dear. Chris says, Glasgow Warriors losing was a disappointment. It's the only person on the new URC champion. A lot of time to shape up. Yeah, I agree. But we need to see more with the Lions of ball and hand job. We can't defend for 80 minutes. We've got to try and hang on to the ball a bit more. Up here, only once again, brought down by Edel van der Merwe. So no scrum up here. Ruan Nokia will jump in there. Kira Stennekamp puts his head down, gets over the advantage line as well. Now Rose Pierre, this time not charged down. Looking for touch and does find touch. Right, this is the opportunity from the Lions here. We need to actually just keep the ball in hand for a little bit. Right, 5-man line. They go over the top to Franco Horn. Pre-planned move there. Nasty to Tolle, who was not going at particularly rapidly. The ball comes a bit loose here. Morning Vandenberg goes to Ruan Fenter. Ruan Fenter working really hard, trying to stay in field. Does get the ball out to Morning Vandenberg. He's under a bit of pressure. Morning Vandenberg runs into Gerard Steenekamp. Not a matchup that he would have fancied. Bit of pressure there. North Narkle giving away to Sangweni. We haven't seen too much of him so far in the game. Master could see it over that. Yeah, penalty, I was about to say, not sporting his body weight. Right, kick to the corner. Come on. Kick to the corner, you maul it over, you score a try, we move. Didn't really look like we had any idea with that attack. Yeah, I'll say Jordan Henry's not happy here, by the way. I think you might be seeing Johnny Lombard coming out after half-time. Oh, Liam Williams apparently doing very good things for Cardiff. Right, they go to North Arkle, big kind of shot for the Bulls. Mr. Rep, they've walked around the back there. How are those oaks? There must be a penalty, but it comes. Oh, Monty van den Berg breaks away from it, trying to get the offload away. Not converted. There's a little penalty advantage. You told me there's no offside of that mall. We had, I mean, literally we had Bulls players around the entire mall, like literally around the entire mall. This is amateur now. This is a bit amateur, chaps. I'm Morning van den Berg. I don't know why he's going himself. And trying to get the offload to secure on Horn. Just go to ground. Like, just go to ground. Get some support in. Recycle the ball. Go back to basics. Like, we don't have to be offloading absolutely everything. We're going to change of boots here for Franco Horn. Right, the win predictor says Bulls 67% to win, Lions 29%. Right, big scrum needed, chap. Pretty even. The ball's not moving. Now a bit of momentum coming in. Mossa Kutsia picks up there. Warren van den Berg was quite happy to grab an ankle there. This is an interesting scrum battle so far. It was quite even, and you can see there. I mean, Mornay Smith popped up, PJ Boyce popped up. He should have stopped that scrum long before he did. But yeah, I don't think Bulls have had as much ascendancy as they probably expected to have when it comes to the scrums. So that's been a nice little change with the Lions. They have actually looked quite a bit more comfortable in the scrums than even I probably expected. You know, when we had Carly Sarli there, he was an immovable object. So our scrums were very good, and you can understand why. But it's cool to see that despite him leaving, that they're still. I think they must be said. I'm telling you right now, I think Julian Reddinghays is the future Springbok scrum coach, because the Lions, like the props come and go, but the scrum has always been solid. And I think that he's doing really good work there. Turning I think in the past he's turned some very average props to some very good scrummages. But deep kick there from the Bulls now. Andrews could see it. Just kick it. Don't go yourself. It's a little bit telegraphed, isn't it? Andrews could see it. I'd like to see Kieran Hornet pull back. I must admit, I think that's a bit of pressure here for Henk van Wyk. Bit of open play though, so going back on the angle. Go ahead, go. Oh, and he lost the ball in contact. Why is it every single time we've had a good moment, it's been followed up by a really poor moment? Literally getting us out of trouble. Really nice footwork by Henk van Wyk, and then just losing it in contact. It's like we just don't like the ball. Oh dear. Creole to Mapu, the Bulls looking dangerous here. Long pass out wide to Milane. He loses it forward. Big tackle from Edel van der Merwe. So it will be a scrum advantage for the Lions. Edel van der Merwe Now the scrum off, gives it to Ruan Fenter. Ruan Fenter sits down Marco van Staden, but eventually brought down by Ruan Nokia. Marco van Staden no longer playing with the scrum cap, by the way, which is quite interesting. Morning van den Berg that Henk van Beek slips in front of Wildsteenkamp, but Ruan Charlie is there to claim it. Now Morning van den Berg sniping, decides to go to the boot, but straight to Chris Smith. So again, that's a bit wasteful. Now Similani with a lot of space. What's he going to do? What's he going to cook up here? Gives it to Creel, gives it to Mapu. Good hands to Spoon Corsi now. Really good tackle there by Edwin van der Merwe, though, must be said. He stood strong. Now Lionel Poo, ball back inside to Ruan Nokia. Ruan Nokia eventually decides to go himself. The game is a little bit lulled at the moment. He's somebody that injects a bit of pace. It's a really good pickup, but not much chance. So Chris Smith does go to the boot. So it'll be a Andrews could see underneath this. He wasn't even looking to contest, just wanted to make a big hit on Andrews could see, almost going up high with that tackle, you know. Now Kieran Horn is wrapped up. He's got a bit of support there. So slow ball now for Morne van den Berg. Goes back to Jordan Hendrickse. Jordan Hendrickse will boot this towards the right-hand side. And Chris Smith and Similani were a little bit slow getting there. Now Chris Smith's going to return the favour. I don't think he's looking for touch here. No, but he does look for touch. Just starts and back in Lions territory. Yeah, a bit of a messy passage of play. Another water break. Where is 9 minutes to go? Are we having 2 water breaks per half? Spear Corsi really backed himself there. He just wanted to run away in front of him. He got really low. Yeah, I'm not sure. I wouldn't be very happy if I looked up and I saw Spear Corsi run at me full tilt. It's not where I'd like to find myself. But a very important tackle there early on was on Similani to force that knock on. Lots of instructions coming here from Andrews Kutsia. This is it. Looking at a couple of highlights here, the Lions defensively, when they've looked to bring the physicality here, there's been a couple of very big tackles. Yeah, I mean, the physicality of the game, you're looking back now, it really has been big. This has actually been quite an insane game, I must admit. You've seen some really good passes to play here from the Bulls. You've also seen some really good defense from the Lions so far. We need to see more of the ball in hand from a Lions perspective. You've got to get your wings in. Kieran Horn, for me, is being wasted on from the wing there. You've got to get him closer to the game. So I'm hoping that we'll see him shift to fullback later on in the game. Interesting to see where Xander Duplessis and Johnny Lombard come on. Right, running more infantry from the Lions. Looks pretty well set. Ruan Fenter was the man who carried it. Now getting a bit of momentum as they trot their way into Bulls territory. Now slow down a little bit. Once is the call there. But now starting to go. Starting to sort of splinter away. It's looking pretty promising here from the Lions. Nice running more going here. Now lost the momentum. He's trying to get this ball out here. No penalty advantage. I enjoy that. And they're still going, you know. This is all very fractured. And Morne van den Berg trying to use it there. Trying to get the ball free. He does get free. Penalty advantage. Flat to Marius Lowe. Looking to pop it up to Henk van Veek, but it's not forward. So we'll go back for the penalty. Well, it's a bit more promising, lads. Let's kick it to the corner. Let's try that again. Going for touch using Andrews Kutsia. He's got a left boot. Oh, Andrews Kutsia has put us on the 5 meter. Now this is where we got to capitalize. Right, come on now. Big opportunity. Score now. Convert it. Get yourself within 5. Go into half time with a bit of momentum. Well, I still got 8 minutes, so maybe we can score 2. Now, PJ Buerta, touch wood, seems to have spent the all season learning how to throw the ball into the lineup. He did improve last season. I did have to come back. I did have to hold my hands and see improvement from him. but he needs to be able to throw the ball into the line, which he's just done there pretty well. Now looking to try and shift. Oh yeah, go over, and we're over. Come on, it's Frank Horn. We're back, baby. That's what we like to see. Someone's got a Hickman bake poster with a goat on his head. I love it. I love it. And Frankie Horn just really working hard there. Good to see. Good to see. Things you love to see. Coaching box enjoying that. I really hope that we see this coaching start getting right. I like Ivan van Nooyen, and I feel sorry for him because I don't think we're ever going to know how good of a coach he actually is until they start keeping the players. But at the moment, you can sit there saying he's not a very good coach. But I mean, what's he working with here, lads? Not much. Right, big important kick here from Jordan Henderson. Come, Jordan, slot this and let's go back and start again. Ah, it's a really poor kick. Slice to the right. Not a particularly good kick there from Jordan Hendricks. Pity because that was important. 10 points to 15. That's a bit of a difference to... Now a converted try only puts us level with the Wolves. Frankie Horn. I said he's one to watch. He's got to try out his name now. Right, underneath it, around North Knockle, the captain. Good take out the air as well. One van den Berg goes to Sangrini. Sangrini looking for options. Bounce off Markham and Staden. And Sangrini, I think, very much spoke about the fact that he needs to step up this season and try and fill the boots of Vincent Tuka. Now, big kick up coming from Jordan Hendricks. He's turned to Milani. He parries it backwards, all the way back to his 5-meter line. Got a bit of time here, goes inside to Chris Smith. Chris Smith's going to reply to turn the favour. He's going to look for touch here as Chris Smith. It's a good touch finder. Hendricks does it take quickly? No, he won't take it quick. That's a brilliant kick from Chris Smith, by the way. It's found touch beyond the 10-meter line, so he's pinned the lines right back to where they were. Boom, 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 boom. It's a bit of a messy lineup there, but we have managed to retain it. Very good work on the ground there from North Knockle. Now we're on Australia, ball in hand. One van den Berg goes to Jordan Hendrickson. Hendrickson goes deep. Similani, it's Nkosi underneath. It's a very good take. Goes inside to Similani. Similani shaping to kick. Going for the up and under. Cornel Hendricks is chasing after it. I just could see it underneath it. Gets away from Cornel Hendricks as well. Could see it's going a bit of a run here. Brought down, looking for offload. Finds a runner in Ruan Fenter. Hands off Ruan Nokia and through the middle. Good work there from Ruan Fenter. Getting a few meters now. Morning van den Berg. They've got the numbers. Run the hands. Run the hands. No, Marius. No, what is that? Why? I mean, he's just chipped it into Spoon Course's hands. Why? Why would you do that? No need for that. Now Creel puts the kick in behind. And Crean Horn does very well. We're under a lot of pressure at the breakdown. And I do have to let it go, so it is available for Morning van den Berg. Lines back in their own half. Around North Knockle, just sort of decides to drop his shoulder. Take the hit. Now back to Jordan Hendrickson. Hendrickson spots a bit of space down that right-hand side. He's hoping for a bit of a favourable bounce here. And Chris Smith eventually, but Edel van der Merwe is chasing hard. He gives it inside to Ruan van Mark. Ruan van Mark goes himself. Edel van der Merwe is trying to battle him out. Good work there, and really good work at the breakdown from Sangweni. But it is possession is kept by the Bulls. Now they go to Marcel Garcia. Marcel Garcia, he's been running after PJ Burton all day today. Yeah, beyond the ball. I like that. Love that. Love that call. Good stuff. Pretty stupid there from, I think it was, I don't think it was Morris Smith. I think it was Christina Camp. He took PJ Burton out beyond the ball. Right, now start this over. Make it a 3-point game. It will be kickoff there. Right, Hendricks up. Looking good. He's missed that. How did you miss that, mate? You're not going to get a Springbok call up if you can't. I mean, that's almost bang in front. Yeah, look at the supporters. They can't believe it. I can't believe it. We could have been flipping 30. We could have been 2 points behind. It's a dreadful kick from Jordan Hendricks. Goodness me, guys. Deep restart. Ah, bless me. Goodness me. And I'm just good to see her. Was looking for that 50-22. Similani keeps it inside. Goes to Chris Smith. Chris Smith, half time. Kicks it out. In fact, the siren only goes now. So I think there will be time for a line out. So we will have a line out. Come on, lads. Imagine if you score from here. Could have been 15. Should it be 15 points to 13? They weren't particularly difficult kicks. This is quite annoying. I mean, literally, what I was saying, the fact that there's definitely a spot available for the end of your tour at fly half. But unless Football Hemster sorts that goal kicking of his out, he's definitely not going to get it. Right, Lions on the attack here. Marius Lowe. It's a pretty poor pass. Good to have hands there from Ruan Fenter. Kieran Horn steps inside. Gets past Ruan for Marcus, former teammate. A really nice carry from Kieran Horn. Warren van den Berg now going to Franco Horn. Van den Berg going to Sanguini. Sanguini going, that's a nice powerful leg drive from Sanguini. Lines almost up to the 22. Good work here. Warren van den Berg going to PJ Buerta. PJ Buerta thought about the pass, then going himself. Up to the 22 here. Slow ball from Warren van den Berg. Goes to Hendricks. Goes to Ruan Fenter. Ruan Fenter looking for the offload. Penalty advantage as well. Good stuff. Now Ruan Strali. Still penalty advantage. Run the hands. North Markle, the captain. Big hit from Markle van Staden. And the Berg goes to Ruan Strali. Almost through a gap. Still penalty advantage though. Slow ball here from the Lions. One from the Berg going to the left. And just could see it. Ways up. Pierre makes a few meters. Pick up and go down the blind side. Not much space. Hickman and Blake trying to come inside. No advantage there, so we'll go back for the penalty. Now, I personally think, yeah, you probably should take the points, but I must admit, I'd be tempted to look at to go for the line. I would go for the line here. Jordan Henderson's pointing towards the line. He's saying, we've got a bit of momentum here. We had a really good scrum. We had a rolling ball try already. Let's kick to the corner. Yeah, they are going to kick for the corner. I like this. I like this. You know, at the end of the day, if we want to try and win this game, we actually have to be a bit brave. You know, this test match rugby, you take the 3 points. Cool. But there, you know, you kick to the corner and you try. You try and score the try here. But let's just on the comments. So Vic said, I'm not feeling Morris low at all. Ronnie says, well done, Lions, in a tough game. Ball back in Bulls, now back in Lions. Steve, what time is it in Cape Town? Well, it's 5 o'clock here. Not that I'm in Cape Town. But it's 5 o'clock in South Africa. I'm in Johannesburg. I'm Johannesburg Bay. Lost a long line out of PJ Buerta with and skew throw. No, you don't, Mr. Ref. It's Ah, goodness me. Just when I was saying the PJ Butch has improved, just when I, uh, well, they throw a long ball out wide. That's a weird call to make just for half time. But Bulls will recycle this, so they'll be able to kick this out. So halftime score will be 15 points to 8. We should have been level. We could have been level. We should definitely have been 15 points to 13. But the Lions very much having the momentum in the back end of that half. So hopefully they could bring some of that momentum out here. So don't go away, people. We'll be back in a few minutes. Go and get your beverage jars. And we'll be back after half time in just a few minutes. Please do smash like on the video, by the way. We're on the road towards 20,000 subscribers. That's what we're trying to get to in the next sort of month or two. If we can get a really good Springbok next to Springbok Watchalongs, maybe we can even try and do that by the end of the Rugby Championship. But in order to do that, I need everybody that's currently watching to smash a like on the video, to subscribe, send it to your friends, get some more people in here. Let's try and build a community. But yeah, go get your beers or whatever you're drinking at the moment. I'm still in the water as I recover from last night's antics. And I'll chat to you guys in a little bit. Bloody mic just acting up again. We're back. Sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, frustrating first half because we've seen, as I said, we've seen the Lions who have been competing. They've been in the game. They've definitely not been outclassed so far. I think it's just a matter of them remaining patient, and I think a lot of it comes down to belief. You know, I think these players need to start believing that they're good enough. You know, because they a lot of them are, and you know we have lost some players and stuff like that. But you've got to find that belief. You've got to find that belief. You've got to sit there saying you can't afford to be starstruck. You know, you can't afford to just be despair at the fact that you're playing against teams with so many world-class players and stuff like that. Then you've actually got to start believing in yourself. And I think if they can get that belief in, I think this Lions side can continue to compete. But we did see some very impressive moments from the Bulls in the first half. So, yeah, where the Lions defense needs to be very, very strong if they're going to try and stay in this game. But anyway. Alright, and Chris Smith does get back underway. Good take as well from Frankie Horn. He makes a few meters, but uses safe to the 22. The ball goes back to Hendrickson. Can't get to touch. Happened an early knock here, Hendrickson, but has been fine to continue. Now got Chris Smith. He's got the Similani on his shoulder. Alright, he's going high. This will be a tester for Hendrickson. Similani, and he gets it away to Andres Kutsia. Now Kutsia bringing up that old-fashioned torpedo. Trying to turn Cornel Hendricks. He gets back well. Got Chris Smith inside him as well. Chris Smith is going away from Kutsia. Oh my goodness, guys. I mean, Chris Smith's busy turning into prime Johnny Sexton at the moment. And lots of numbers on the blind side as well. Creel goes to Cornel Hendricks. Cornel steps inside. Eventually brought it down by the team eater. Now Jan Krobelop. Smith pretty flat there to Gerard Steenkamp. Tells Mornay Smith. And Henker van Beek comes off the line quickly to try and make a tackle on Oscar Tsier. The ball comes loose and Edel van den Berg comes away with it. Gives to Marius Lowe. Marius Lowe goes to Mornay van den Berg. Mornay van den Berg spots a bit of space down the right hand side. The ball's just going to slow up for Chris Smith. The chase is coming from Mornay van den Berg. How is he the first one there? He actually made the kick. Now Spoon Corsi back inside to Chris Smith. Chris Smith decided to go himself. Ball at the top to Spoon Corsi. Spoon Corsi decides to go to the boot. And he's cleared. Literally gone out right at the 22. So a bit of a weird decision there from Chris Smith not to kick it. I don't think Spoon Corsi will appreciate that. All wrapped up the bandage of Spoon Corsi, but it will be a Lions line on the 22. And Ruan Fenter, solid take there. Sangweni gives it straight to Marius Lowe. It's a good angle being run, but the door closed quite quickly. Quick recycle here. PJ Buerta up quickly. There was, I think it's Creel. Going towards the right hand side now. Hendricks popping up to Hickman Bake through the gap. Good hold there being found there. Hickman now Ruan Fenter puts his head down. Shot tackle by, I think it was Marcel Gutsia. Good momentum this. Ruan Stride gives to Jordan Hendrickson. Flat pass to Kieran Horn. Kieran Horn's got a lot to do. Good tackle there. I was similar, but Kieran Horn's still going. High tackle as well, penalty advantage. Mornay van den Berg goes to Caesar Torley. Caesar Torley! Eventually get back and needed half a bus to stop him. The bench is shouting, screaming instructions there. Look at Jakob Asaki, he's getting involved. Good hands there, Frankie Ruan Fenter being brought down. They've got the numbers, surely. Hendrickson goes to Marius Lowe. Marius Lowe has made amends for his dreadful first half with a try. Come on, the lads. That's more like it. That's more like it. And it had to be Marius Lowe because he did have a bit of a dreadful first half. Must be said, but that's how you redeem yourself to the Lions faithful, Marius. Good hands as well. Hendrickson just laying the pass, and then Marius Lowe bang, steps inside. Yeah, very, very well done there. Also, yeah, guilty of coming up early. Found the gap there to Marius Lowe, and through he went. Come on, and we're back. Look what it means. Emmanuel Stuka, big celebrations. Look what it means to Ivan van Rooyen. I love it. That's a bit more like it there. That's what I'm saying. Belief. We need belief. I believe you can do it. Welcome, Renette, the latest member to the Brave Sports Members Club. Very good to have you. Thank you very much for joining. Perfect start for the Lions. Now, unfortunately, this is the one team where altitude is not a factor, really. Jordan Henderson does get open as count, so the scores are level. But yeah, so you can't really use the altitude to the advantage in terms of really going to that stage of the game. But just keep in the game here, chaps. Keep in the game. Get some momentum. It was really nice. I mean, the entire build-up was really good. Really good line being run there by Marius Lowe. Brilliant stuff here, lads. Give the home crowd what they want. Right, 15 apiece. Chris Smith going to the left-hand side. Will be Frankie Horn underneath it. Gets away from Corsi and away from Apu. He's worked really hard here as Frankie Horn. Really enjoying what I'm seeing from him. Now, Monia van den Berg's going to go back to Jordan Hendrickson in the pocket. Hendrickson, you've got Eber van der Merwe who's chasing hard. Similani underneath it. Looking at himself, stepping away. He's eventually brought down by Ruan Fenter. But makes a few good meters. That's Similani that we saw at the Lions. Now puts his head down as Gerard Steenekamp. Pierre eventually arriving, gives it to Chris Smith. Chris Smith going to line with Pooh. They've got numbers out here to the Bulls. David Creel decides to stab it through. And Cornel Hendricks is there, but Kieran Horn does well to eventually get it. And going back for offside, I think. I think this call's come from the touch judge. It's right in front of the pole as well, so that's annoying. How dare you? How dare you penalise DC Torley? Can't be penalising my goat. Screw and Corsi, just marginally offside. Do me a favor and miss here, Chris. Like, make my day. And just don't do it. This is bang in front, though, so you do expect him to nail it, and nail it he does. So Chris Smith opens his account for the second half, pulls the Bulls back in the lead, 18 points to 15. I said the Lions need to not panic here. They've got the momentum. They had a bit of momentum in the second half. You've just got to stay calm. Well, there we go. We emptied the bench. Brand new front row for the Lions. The Smith twins, JP Smith and Ruan Smith and Jakob Asaki, former Bulls hooker. Played lots and lots of games for the Bulls now. Carl says, Stevie, your club's doing well. Yeah, don't be surprised yet. We can operate. Oh, jeepers. Oh, I think it was a bit of a slight charge down there for Monia van den Berg for Chris Smith's kick. Hendricks has got Andres Gutierrez on his right shoulder. He's got Kieran Horn on his left. Going himself here is Jordan Hendricks. Eventually tackled by Marcel Gutierrez. Oh, good, nice little line being run there by Fenter. A good, important tackle there by Ruan. Okay, he could have been through. Monia van den Berg decided to go to the left-hand side. Stabs it through with his boot. Playing a bit of a territory game. Similani right up against the touchline. Oh, and the boot is just skewed off his boot. But it doesn't go out. Monia van den Berg off the ground, gets it away to Smith. JP Smith had a very good season last season. I was pleasantly surprised with him. Now Hendricks going to Marius Lowe. Marius Lowe looking for options. And Henker van Veeks left the ball behind, but it was backwards. So, pity because, Marius Lowe was busy, like, one hand with the dummies. Now Smith, got to love a young tight take carry. I don't know how we're going to be able to see the difference between these two. They've got 18 and 17. And Burke goes, that's just a weird kick. And Mark does Chris Smith. And clears the territory. Right, come on, lads. Come on, lads. Stay on the front foot here. Stay on the front foot. What do you make of Zebra almost beating Leicester? I only caught the last 15 minutes, but I tell you what, that Zebra side didn't look out of place at all compared to what we saw from them last season, where they looked pretty abject. I was actually very impressed with what I saw from Zebra. I'm keen to see they made some cool signings. I'm keen to see what Kubas Vaveko's on over there. Right, so we need to find some defining features between these Smith twins. I mean, imagine your kids come over to dinner and it's Ruan and JP Smith. You got Titan and Lucy, and you got to try and feed that. Goodness me. Kasaki's first line goes to Ruan Fenter. Nice, good start to the running more here. That's looking good here as well. Kasaki controlling things very well at the back. They're right up against the touchline though. He needs to come inside. And he has stepped inside. That's really, 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 really poor. Tried to use that earlier with Kasaki. He's staring daggers at the linesman. And he ran from roaring. You can't even sit down at this rate. It's a really good looking Roddy Moore, but yeah, just no awareness. The possession has been 51% for the Lions, 49% for the Bulls, but territory 60% for Lions. So I'm saying we've had the territory, we've had opportunities. We just need to take them a bit. CBC Sangweni sorting out a contact lens issue. Carl saying they started badly, but they fought back really well. It was a good game to watch. I was going to catch up on the highlights actually, and they were trying to sneak those in before the Bok game. Come now, let's compete to this lineup. Jan Krobler going to ruin from our former Lions player. Now they're going to try their reply at the more strong. That's so stupid from Smith. That's really, really stupid. I mean, that's brain dead. I mean, you can see this. I mean, that's such a clear penalty to the side. Now Derek Creel was looking to run the hands here. Lionel push flat for Similani. It was a bit of a juggle there. Steps inside of Kieran Horn, brought down by Henker van Beek. Henker van Beek back on his feet, trying to disrupt things. Big carry there from Staden, but solid tackle as well. I'm going back for the penalty. I mean, Smith, it's so stupid. It's literally, that's the only thing I can say about it. It's stupid. It's brain dead. Right in front of the referee, and you just go and like run into the side of the mall. I mean, come now, people. Come now, people. No, that's before actually when the penalty came. Director, sort your rubbish out. Right, and all of a sudden, Lions under quite a lot of pressure at the moment. I forgot to actually end my poll, which has 372 votes, by the way. Well, I was about to, did we steal that? We did steal that, you know. That looked almost textbook, right? And now Jordan Hendrickson will kick things down field. Really good win there from the Lions there. Similani's been turned. Right, and this is what makes me panic a bit when you got Similani running at full tilt, but they're trying to hold him up here. Henker van Beek and Kieran Horn. Releases the core. I think there was definitely more there. Not that I'm biased or anything. Good hands there from Ronald Kier. And Smith with a late hit. I mean, he's just come on and given away 2 penalties. Get him off the park. You idiot. I mean, he's come on and just conceded 2 of the dumbest, brain-dead, easy-to-award penalties ever. For what? I mean, they're late hit. Just dropped a shoulder on him. I mean, why? Why? Are you stupid? I mean, there's just no need for this. It's so dumb. Ron Smith, you're not doing much to endear the fans. JP Smith, on the other hand, you're still in my good books. Gosh, they really are identical, aren't they? That's a good looking more as well for the Bulldogs. Rugby gets touched on. Coblon needs to come back inside. Does come back inside. Rosa Pierre. Hiccup and Baker's managed to bring down Chris Smith. That's a very important tackle. Offload to Rosa Pierre. The Lions defense is absolutely nowhere. Big ruck coming in there for Hiccup Baker trying to slow things down. Marius Lowe, big hit on Malcolm and Staden. And now a couple of Lions players over there trying to win the penalty. They've won the turnovers. Jordan Hendrickson, come on. Oh, Marius Lowe's knocked on again. But where's the penalty, Mr. Ref? Though genuinely, like, it was definitely holding on. We're still playing. There was also a knock-on. Who doesn't know what? I think Frankie Horns just hacked this down with his left boot. Mr. Ref, you've got a whistle. Like, use it. Right, Spear and course, you've got a lot of, and runs into Ruan Smith. First, there's a lot of lazy running. That's crazy. I want to go back and look at this. Frankie Horns taken. Thankfully, have knocked it on here, the Bulls. Right, Hendrickson, two. Come on, put the middle down. There's space here. Hit. The kick's charged down. Hendrickson under a bit of pressure here. Just need to calm things down a little bit. A. Smith is asking for the ball. Says Ruan. One in front of Berg. Just need to slow things down a little bit here. Right, one in front of Berg goes for the box kick. Kieran Horn, like, don't put too much pace into that chase, really. Corner Hendricks now, trying to get on the outside. Kieran Horn, though, does make a tackle and under a bit of pressure. People see some Gwede get his arms there. Ruan Charlie, you could see Ruan Fenter is just lost it. How stupid that is. Stop being stupid! Like, I don't understand that. Like, he just literally, like, decide to, like, on the side, just like, dive through, grab the ball and try and turn it over. Like, that's, like, something you see at, like, grade 8 level where people where they've never played the game before ever try and do. How are you a professional rugby player and making that mistake? Speaking of mistakes, Chris Smith has... That is a huge mistake from Chris Smith. He's kicked that ball dead, by the way. It'll be a scrum all the way back from where he kicked it from. That's a really big mistake. Yes, man. I mean, literally, the halftime chat, for me, well, the full-time chat would be like, guys, what you're doing is great. And now I'm going to have to watch Dylan Smith come on. You should be in a Lions jersey, you snake. But just, I've got one instruction for you. Don't be dumb. And Klopper, that's a proper props name, isn't it, eh? Francois Klopper. Kloppers. Francois Klopper on a tight end, and you got Dylan Smith. Dylan Smith. I mean, you could have been Springbok at the Lions, but no. Goes to France. Then you flopped in France, and then you came back and chased the money. Right, now this is a big opportunity here, lads. Let's see if we can strike on the scrum. I feel like it's been a very long half. Not even 60 minutes. Scrum's gone down there. It is available, though, for Frankie Horn. We are going to have a reset here. Now, they'll try and have a second shove to try and get a... Come on, the Smiths. We need the Smiths to operate here. Ooh, is that Ruan Smith? He's got a bit of shoulder injury. I wouldn't be sad to put Ruan Drab back on. After the stupidity of the penalties conceded here. You... Joel Stransky, would you like to give the pronunciation of Somali another crack there, chap? Right, Ambrose Pierre is off for Zach Berger. Very exciting young scrum off for the Bulls. But I have a hell of a comb over at the moment. Still miss the mullet. Jordan Hendricks says, very good in defense again. You know, I think that's going to be one of his biggest attributes for if he gets higher call up is the fact that he's defensively he's so good. He's a very physical flower half. Oh, yeah, he's won turnovers. pretty from those 2 misses. Because apart from that, it's been quite an accomplished game from him. Right, after a water break, we are finally going to get our scrum again. Right, come on, lads. Come on, the lads. Penalty from the scrum is what we need. We kick it to corner. We then have a rolling maul. We score. We convert. We do it again. What do? We concede the penalty. And it's against Rowan Smith. Why did we sign you? Like, can't have nice things. Can't have nice things. Right, Bulls now. Oh, stop bitching and stop flipping playing rugby, man. All he's done is come on is commit stupid penalties and then complain. Yeah, you can see you lose your foot and you go down to your knee. I don't know why you're surprised at that call. Welcome, Amanda, the Let's Push to the Fair Sports Members Club. Welcome, welcome. Really appreciate it. And I'm seeing that's Xana Duplessis at inside centre. So Morris Lowe has been replaced. Bulls go for the front of the line. Jakosaki is torn off the back and trying to get involved there. Hiccup and Vake. Oh, Jakosaki's gone over the ball. Almost had the ball there. The ball's gone a bit loose there. Now the penalty not rolling away. And it's Ruas Shadi. Get Ruas Shadi. How is Emmanuel Schuster not on the park? Like we're punishing him for his brother leaving. And they go for the points as well. This is really frustrating. We're the masters of our undoing at the moment. Who's penalised here? Oh, I don't know. We can't. I think it was Henketh and Bake. All right, Chris Smith. Chris Smith, do me a favor here, chap. I need you to miss this. I need you to miss this. Yeah, he's not going to miss a in front. I mean, literally, it's literally just the discipline. And, like, that's the thing. They've been silly penalties. It's not even like it's, you know... It's not penalties that the Bulls are earning. The Lions just gifting them penalties. Frustrating. As Happy Bruce says, penalties freaking killing us. Mark says, of course, he seems to be down on the other pace. Ever since the British Lions tour, he seems sluggish. I don't think he's at full fitness at this stage. I'm hoping we'll start to see him become as the games go by. Chris Smith, also a bit of a communication. Hinkam and Baker's taken out. Well, Edel van der Merwe was prevented from making the tackle. He was asking for obstruction. Zach Berger asking for a ball carrier comes in. I mean, Marco Verstappen looks very large, by the way. And that's Peter Janssen from Fury is on the park as well. So I think Ruan Fenter's off. I would have taken off Ruan Stradi and shifted Fenter to the 7 jersey. But Kutsia goes inside to Hendrickson. Jordan Hendrickson just a bit of spot of trouble there. Needs to try and get the ball out. It's available for Morning van den Berg. Goes to Ange Kutsia. Ange Kutsia is going to lift this up in the air. Xana Duplessis and Sibasi Sangweni are chasing. Similani under the high ball there. And a penalty to the Lions. I think it was offside I think it was offside from the kick. That's a big penalty. I think that's right in front, by the way. Take the 3. Come on. 7 obstruction. Yeah, is that back in the 22? Yeah, I called it. So it was from the kickoff. That's what I said. And Ruin for Mark just... Yeah, it's a trip while they'll find him over. Come on, lads. Come on, lads. That's inside the 22, so you just kick it to the corner. Yeah, well, you know what, Ruin for Mark. Well, Bud says, on the wrong side. Zach Berger suddenly thought it was a Bulls penalty. Well, you know what, Ruin for Mark. You want to go, earn your bucks in Japan, come back and move a settle in Pretoria. That's what you get. You deserve it. You deserve these things. You want to leave the best union that ever was and ever will be. Now, this is massive, lads. Ah, here comes Tanel in the Humber. All about 40 kgs of him. Live wire scrum half. I think Andres Gutierrez is going off, by the way. Yeah, there goes Morning van der Berg. We're going to see Johnny Lombard on. I dream of having a beard like Yakasaki ones. I mean, you have wild handlebars. Right, he's still on the bench there. So we've got Chatuka and Gianni Lombard still on the bench. I'd like to see Gianni Lombard on the park quite soon. Right, they've got a Peter Janssen at the front of the line. Big opportunity here from the Lions needed. They're right up against touchline. And Frankie Hall's trying to spin away. Presents to Nahamba. Gives a flat to more. Dan Duplessis, his first contribution. I mean, we've made 3 turnovers where we've had to physically make the turnover and won no rewards. I think we've had 1 penalty for holding on. For them holding on. Every single time we had an opportunity, we bogged it. We've been the better team, I reckon, as well. You just... penalty for hold. I mean, really, guys, come on. I mean, Spirit Corsi of all people winning a penalty at the breakdown. How do you allow that? Pablo goes to Ruin for Mark. Right, a bit of a steady more here from the Bulls, but they are finding a little bit of progress. Pablo looking at the referee. Gives it to Zach Berger. Zach Berger goes to Creel at first receiver. Chris Smith, long part. Oh, what's Milani? That's forward, ref, surely. Yeah, it is forward. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? Go, yeah, you take your blue shirt, pack up, Similani. Yeah, Wendy. That's what you get. Forward pass had to be forward. It looked very... I don't know what's happened. He's almost juggled the ball every single time he's gotten it. Where did Johnny Lombard play last season? He was in Japan, but actually no idea how much he did play. That was wonderful for the Bulls. How he was playing, to be perfectly honest, I'd be lying if I said I watched a single minute of his career in Japan. So I've got no idea. And Stefan Hans, he's somebody that line should be all over. Should be looking against Stefan Hansen. I mean, even if you go like and look at his stats, there's literally a gap where he went to France, to Japan. So I've actually got no idea what he was playing like. Well, yes, what do you think of the cocaine allegations? I'm trying to, yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to comment on until I find out a little bit more. To be honest, I don't want to really add fuel to a fire if there is none. So I want to interested to see if that article does come out tomorrow. Interested to see if that conversation comes up in the post-match press conference today. But was available yesterday in the Humber. Goes to Xander Duplessis. You're going to see a counter-track try here from Spoon Corsi, aren't we? Thankfully, Andres Duplessis has gotten back, but he's under... There's so much pressure to be a penalty there. So many basic errors. You've played well. For 60 minutes, you've been decent. And then you just keep making stupid errors. I mean, that's just... I mean, that's so poor. Does anyone just want to take contact anymore? Ball comes loose. Spoon Corsi kicks it through. Andres Duplessis manages to get back, but there's like 3 Bulls players all over him. Penalty for holding on. Christmas going to add the extra, and all of a sudden they're going to be 9 points ahead. Just because Really, really poor. Okay, come, make the subs. Make the subs here. Ruan Charlie is like sucking in oxygen like he's been playing. You run a half marathon. Get him off. Put him on two card. Put on Gianni Lombard. Make the subs. We've got 15 minutes. You need to score some tries here. It's literally just been the discipline that's killed the Lions. Yep, and he has the extra, so they're opening up a 9-point lead. This is now looking a little bit ominous for the Lions. Got to score next. Time off. Right, Jan Hendrik Wessels, who's like Jake's adopted son, is on for Johan Krobbelar. Hendricks over the restart. Cornel Hendricks was lifted very high in the air there to take the kickoff. Big counter rugby made there by the Lions though, and they have made a turnover. Now the ball's gone back to the ball side. Right, Chris Smith from deep has turned to Jordan Hendricks up. And the bounce is away from Hendricks, so he needs to hurry up there actually. He's been ported a little bit there with Stedman Hunts. Huge clean out there. Now see what Cecil Nguyen finds a bit of space, gets away from him. Good work there. Lots of pressure being put down by Stedman Hunts. The Smith brothers combining with the Lions all the way back inside their own half. Gonna have to build from deep. Hammer goes to Hendricks up. Hendricks uses his boot, gets down to the front, up to 22. Smith there, he's got the Creel next to him. Stabs through to Smith. And stands up just for Andrews Kutsia. Andrews Kutsia surveying his options. I think he's going to look towards the right-hand side. He does go towards the left-hand side, really. It looks like Emmanuel Strucker will be coming on soon. Oh, well, Creel has just waltzed around the defense and given it away to Stedman Hunt. And this is going to be, well, what a tackle by Xander Duplessis. The ball comes loose. Stedman Hunt has been bundled out. What happened there? Please explain to me how David Creel has just, like, literally just breezed on the touchline without being touched. I mean, he just turns to the hospital and Sanguini's left in the dust. That's really, really poor. The Lions are hanging in here, but I mean, we've got to try and score a try here. We've got not, I mean, to convert a try takes us to 22. Yeah, Sanguini does go off. So Emmanuel Strucker, right, Emmanuel, you are the new favorite Strucker. We need you to clutch up the season and step up. You got to replace the brother. And it's a messy line out. Time off now, what? Oh, so much excitement. I mean, Jesus, referee. Oh, it's another penalty against the Lions. I mean, really. Yeah, Marius, you know what? This whole thing is too much excitement. Like, mate, you're the referee. Like, take charge here. Actually assert yourself for once. Chris Smith's going to take another penalty here. I'm sure they're going to go for the corner now. 9-point lead. Now they're chasing bonus point territory. And things really just have fallen apart in the last 15 minutes. Discipline. Oh, yeah, messy line out. Ball comes back. And Jakub Asaki penalised for playing Zach Berger. Right, Mornstein apparently being ready to come on. But Maul is fractured. And Jan Hendrik Wessels. But it was changing lanes, so it's a penalty, I think, for the looks of it. I mean, Jan Hendrik Wessels would have looked up, seen Kieran Hall ahead of him and fancied his chances there, but it's a penalty against the Bulls for obstruction. Right. And so, we need to get the park here, lad. At the very least, get a bonus point out of this. Come on, chaps. This is going to be a very frustrating loss because, as I said, it's just a discipline issue. You've fallen out the discipline, and you could very well have won this game. But to not get, we've got to get at least a bonus point, chat. I mean, to not get a bonus point would be an absolute disaster. We go to the front of the line-out. Peter Janssen from Furen. Once again, looking to make the more work, but a penalty for pulling him down. They've done it before as well, actually. And now Humber thought about taking it quickly and then decided not to, so we'll be able to progress a little bit further up the park. And trying to pull the man penalised. And he hasn't found touch. That's a great kick from Creel as well. I mean, really, guys? Really? You win a penalty and you don't find touch. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why people are leaving. This is why people are going to Durban. This is why people are going to Pretoria. This is why Hillbrow's the way it is. You can't. Hey, Johnny Lombard's on. I need that fly half as well. Right, let's see what you've got, Johnny. Really good line up there from Yakubasaki. And the rolling maul is, it's flying now. They've broken apart. They're still going. Ruan Australia's working really hard up until Bulls territory. It's a good take from Manuel Struck. I don't think he's expecting it. His first touch of the ball. Right, Smith. He's left it behind. Bloody this. There's so much offloads there. There's so many numbers here. We've got to shift here. Thankfully the Bulls have gifted us a knock on. Goodness me, that was looking a little bit ominous. Must admit, to the Smith family, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but your sons have not endeared themselves today. This time it was the offload from Ruan to JP. I mean, you think you'd have twin telepathy a bit. What's happening here? Another water break. Guys, we're 10 minutes out. I mean, why do we need a water break? Surely we should be having one per half. Alright, there goes the whistle. Come on, the lads. Just finish strong here, please. We've been so much better than what the scoreline reflects. Right, come on, lads. Big scrum needed, champ. Okay, so I'm doing very well in yourself, kid. Lawrence is doing a Foley and taking too long at the water break. Look at the Lions. Lions need to try 2 points and penalty to win. Yeah, we're not out of the realms of possibilities. We just... Ruan Smith has been absolutely appalling. I would cancel his contract, to be honest. We watched JP Smith have a good season and then decided, well, if he can do it, I'm sure his twin can do it. He has been absolutely... He might have single-handedly actually lost us this game. I mean, what are you doing here? He literally takes a knee and then he's busy... I mean, jeepers. Meanwhile, JP Smith is busy, like, dominating his side and Ruan Smith decides to take a knee. He's like it. And all of a sudden, what was supposed to be a line scrum is now Bulls line out on the 5 meter line with 9 minutes to go. Yeah. Jacques saying, I remember even in school rugby, our coach would tell us no water even after the game was finished. If we lost some dictator-style coaching, we really wanted that water. Right, big running more from the Bulls. It's shifting, but it's looking pretty solid. And I think now it's held up a little bit. Couple of players coming over. And just try. Oh, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. Yeah, as New Junior Voice says, refund on Smith. We've got to ask the question here. Surely he's under warranty and we can return him. We've lost Carly Sardi and we brought in that. That's what we replaced him with. Right, well, that's annoying because I said, I mean, for a game where we've actually played at stages pretty well and dominated a lot of the stats, to be 29-15 down feels very unfair. Well, learning curve for the Lions, learning curve. You gotta take opportunities. You gotta take opportunities. That's the biggest thing. We have not taken our chances, and you don't take your chances, then this is what you get. Morne Steyn is on, 38 years old, right up against the touchline, but like a fine wine, he slots that through. He's just getting better with age, isn't he? What a legend, Morne Steyn. Yeah, he's definitely on the list of like podcast guests we want to get in. Right, 31 points to 15. That's, yeah, it's all come apart lately. And Johnny Lombard, well, that's been really well to be kept inside there. So Lions actually kept the kick off. Now, Humber, long pass out to Lombard. Lombard going to Andres Garcia. He's going and slips right in front of a whole bunch of Bulls players. Managed to get back to his feet. But he needs to get back down to the ground now. It is available. Now Humber goes to Lombard. Xander Duplessis going to Ruan Stride. Ruan Stride needs to come inside. Ruan Stride needs to come inside. I said he needs to come inside. Didn't come inside and goes out. Also, that's a weird decision. Why is Ruan Stride starting in this team? Why? You've got Emmanuel Stuka. You've got Ruan Fenter. Where's Creel? Couple of changes to this team, and this team I think would look completely different. First of all, I mean, I've enjoyed Kutsia, but I really miss Kuhn Horn at fullback. I don't think he's a wing. I'll tell you what, I reckon Xander Duplessis could find himself in the starting lineup next week at inside centre. He looks massive, by the way. And we've got to get Stuka back into the starting team. I don't understand how he can't be starting. Oh, that's a horrible lineup from the Bulls. He's going to get there first. The ball comes loose and it goes to Frankie Horn. Frankie Horn goes to Lombard. Lombard's looking at himself. Oh, Lombard's got himself. He sees a bit of space. He's kicked it ahead. Spear and Corsi were dotted down. Edwin van der Merwe was asking the question if it was not carried back. Yeah, Spear and Corsi's been much better this half. Master could see down receiving some treatment. That doesn't look very good. And Humpy Bester, the latest member to the Fair Sports Members Club. Welcome. Good to have you. Yeah, I would agree with Graham's comment there that we really have thrown the game away. Also, Kitchia just losing his footing. And then he had a Ruan Smith gliding into him. And the Chatuka. You see, get him the starting lineup. Look at that. Having said that, he then pops it up and the ball comes loose. The ball's going very loose. Ruan from Marks eventually comes away with it. That was a nice run by Chatuka. Then he tries to pop it up and lose possession. I want to stay in all of a sudden a bit of pressure there. Finds touch. Right, Lions line on the 10-meter. Well, yep, he goes to Frankie Horn. He's been very good today. Nahamba flat to Xander Duplessis. That's it. A bit of aggression. That's what I like to see over the advantage line. Solid carry, quick ball near from Nahamba. Tutuka manages to hold that on. The ball comes loose and Smith, the ball is being ripped to Archer. The ball going everywhere. There is a knock-on advantage. Now a penalty right in front of the poles. Kick it to the corner. Kick it to the corner. Come on! Just get us a try here. Get us something that looks a little bit... Right, we need a try, and then we need a penalty to get a bonus point. So lots of pretty that's for you, and surely that's taken out of the air, is the ref. He barely got down. So it was a massive first kind of shove from the Bulls. And the Smith brother giving it away to Nahamba. Nahamba goes to Xander Duplessis, decides to put the grabber through. Hickman and Bake was slightly blocked there. So Mapu has managed to get it. I don't know why we put that grabber through. Now Bulls looking to run it from inside their own half. Spoon cautious looking to crack down the pace. Emmanuel Stuka trying to reel him in. And eventually brings him down. Gets back up his feet. Big counter coming from Emmanuel Stuka as well. Just get him in the starting lineup. Like, why was he not there? He's done more in his 7 minutes than Ruan Australia did in the entire 80. Like, it's the only. I mean, you don't need to be a genius. Just new strategies. Play the Tutukas. Spoon Corsi. Trying to get the arm free to get the offload away. So fantastic tackle by Tutuku. Then gets back up. Big counter rack as well. Forces the knock on. Knock on comes from Jan Hendrik Vessels. And we'll have a scrum, yeah. Scott said, I don't see the Lions doing well in the European Challenge Cup. They won't get into round 16. Just wait. It's early stages here. Jacques says, actually sad to see how the Lions are falling. I used to hate it when we played against them. Well, I don't know who you support, but you definitely stole a couple players from us. Because if you're a Bulls fan, give us back Similani and half the squad. And if you're a Sharks fan, give us Carly Sardi and Stuka back. If you're a Stormers fan, actually, I don't think they took anybody, actually. They don't want any of us. Who's at the Stormers? I think you're your fan. Yeah, give our players back. And the penalty to the Lions. Quick tap here from Nahamba. Oh, Mr. Ref. Oh, Zach Berger trying to assert authority. Like, well done, Zach. It's like the only person that you have a bit of weight on. Now I'm also consider getting involved. Yeah, not really captain's behavior there, Marcel Consier. You got the entire... Now Cornel Hendricks getting involved. You smack him around, Emmanuel. Smack him around. Oh, boiling over, yeah. Come on, Emmanuel. Just knock him around a little bit. Scrappy game, Bulls win, but not convinced. Jake will sort this out. No worries. William says, Ronnie, I'm on the Springbok side. Just hope it's true. So, like a Bulls fan, I do simply that you lost so many quality players, but a proper coach can make players decent. Well, to be fair, I think we actually have seen a little bit of that. I think if we're gonna give Ivan van Rooyen his due, there are quite a few players who have improved in the past year. He has produced a couple of nice players. I think it's difficult to really judge Ivan van Rooyen until he keeps a team together for a while and see if he can actually build something. So there's a bit of a laugh there between Nahamba and Spirit Corsi, former teammates as well. So nothing serious there. Right, they go to the front of the line now to Ruan Strali. It's a very messy maul. Comes away to Henkroff and Bake though. It's a penalty advantage. Big tackle by Spirit Corsi. The ball comes loose, but we'll go back to the penalty. Same thing now. The Hooch is going to go. Come on, Ash. Let's just finish this with a try. Let's just finish this with a try. Frustrating. Forever sport salty. Yes, I am sport salty. 100% I am salty. Mark of the start has found himself. How did he get there? And how did we not get a penalty there for holding on? Sick, man. Final score, 31 points to 50. People, thank you very much for joining me. We'll be live in about half an hour. Well, the stream for the Bulls, for the football game will go live in half an hour. So we'll see you guys a bit later. Get your bars going, stuff like that. 9 o'clock kickoff for Springboks versus Argentina. First URC game in South Africa, and it is a loss for the Lions. I think for a Lions fan, I think the nice thing is that I think that there's definitely moments which are reasons to be excited for. I think, team selection, got to get a few things right. I think you got to see Manuel Tuka back into that starting lineup. Yeah, for the Bulls, not their best performance. I think there's but very good moments throughout the game. But I think very much a rustiness to the game, which you kind of expect early on in the season. So probably about right. But yeah, 31 points to 15. I think it's a scoreline that doesn't really reflect the game, but the Lions' discipline costing them, and the Bulls were very accurate, and they've got the points to show. But yeah, please do smash the like on the way out. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Massive thank you for BetCoza for sponsoring us for the show as well. And yeah, if you would like to go and get some bets done there, link in the description for BetCoza. We're doing a lot of really cool things to do with them, so make sure that you get your account all sorted for them ahead of the Springbok game. And yeah, we'll